Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I want to give you guys a raw and honest opinion about going from 1 to 2 children and how it's been for me 3 months postpartum, or 3 months, postpartum. So if you guys are interested in hearing about all of that, then make sure that you guys stay tuned. Make sure that you guys stick around and subscribe to my channel. I do motherhood, trying to conceive, inspirational, beauty, lifestyle, all of those type of videos. So let's get started. So I feel like, I feel like going from 1 to 2, I was really definitely afraid, to be honest. With my the first maybe like 2 months or 2.5 months, he didn't really sleep really good. So he would wake up, he would cry a lot. When he did wake up, he would wake up for long spans. I remember one night he slept into like maybe 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and he woke up and didn't go back to sleep till like 8 o'clock in the morning. When I look back on it, I wonder if it was because he had colic, if he was gassy, or because at the time I didn't know that when you breastfed the baby that you had to burp them. I thought that was only for formula fed babies, which was in my ignorance. So when I look back, I'm not exactly sure what caused him to not be able to sleep well. I just know that I didn't know that all babies, that it could happen, basically. So with having a second child, the first year of being a mom, I just was like, I'm one and done. I don't want to have any more kids. It's a huge adjustment. You just don't know what you're going to get. So something changed when he turned 1. I got my birth control taken out, and we decided to give it another try. So if you guys followed my journey, I had the Nexplanon inserted into my arm, and I took it out when he was 1. I didn't get my period back to 8 months, and then 8 plus the 13 months it took for us to conceive to Sai. We actually, in that conceiving, found out that I had PCOS. So it was a struggle, to say the least, to have the second baby as well as the first one, because we were trying for 4 years before we had my first. So adjusting has been an adjustment. I must say though, Sai is such a good sleeper and a good baby, knock on wood, that I'm praying that sometimes they say there's a 4-month regression, like that the baby can regress back or whatever. But I'm praying that we keep up this cycle. I feel like I'm thankful to have help with my husband. I think like when you're a first time mom, you're really scared, like everything, because you don't know. So you hear all these stories. People, I don't know what it is about when you're pregnant, but people want to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and the uglier, like things you didn't even ask people. So you're scared. You're scared to sleep. You're scared to feed them. You're scared to change them. It's like a whole new atmosphere. Whereas this time around, I've been more comfortable with my husband helping. I'm like, he did this with me the first time. He knows what to do. So I've been giving myself a break. If it's a lot for me, or if I need to do my homework, instead of trying to do everything, I've been like, okay, babe. And he knows what that means, to come get the baby, help, not feeling like I have to do it all. This time around, I've also been pumping a little bit here and there. So I'm not consistently like building up a stash or anything. However, if I do get engorged or something of that nature, then I'll go ahead and pump out some milk so that he can help with feedings. Most of the time we only do it when like we're out, if we're driving or whatever. We don't really do it in the house. If he needs to feed, then I'll just stop what I'm doing and feed and nurse him. But having my husband there to help has been helpful. Like, you would think these are common sense things, but I think as a first time mom, you have all these expectations of what motherhood looks like, what parenting looks like, what roles look like, what your husband can do, what you can do. So I felt like I had to do it all. As far as the whole household as a whole is adjusting, I was nervous. I thought that Tamir was going to be very like jealous of his brother. I just didn't know because, you know, for 3.5 years, we haven't given him all of our attention. When we were in public with other babies, he really, like if I held other babies, he didn't really trip. Like he would just play with his stuff. He would look and be like, oh, okay, acknowledge it and keep going. So I didn't have any concern about that, but I just didn't know he was gonna like act out and stuff. I must say when we first had him from the hospital, he kind of was standoffish, but he's gotten really comfortable with, I try to make sure he's involved. Like if I'm changing him, I'm like, can you give mommy baby's diaper or give me baby's wipes? Or in the mornings, the first thing he comes in, he goes, where's my baby? And I'm like, oh, baby's over here, or baby's sleep. And we have a moment. He is a little bit on the rough side, so I have to keep reminding him that Sai is the baby, nice touch, stuff like that. But as far as jealousy is concerned, we have not experienced that, thank God. We have been experiencing a little bit of like, I guess you could say acting out, but I don't think that technically has to do with the baby. I think that's more so with this COVID thing, everything being closed. He couldn't finish his school year. He can't go to the park. We can't really go outside, and he doesn't understand that. So I think that's really causing him to act out, not so much the baby. As far as me and my husband are concerned, we have been finding like quality time, like making, how do I say it? We have been having date night in the house. So what has worked for us is making, like when both of the kids are asleep, we'll come in the living room and we'll just talk. We will play games. So what I've been doing is I want to do like a separate video about it. Let me know if you guys are interested in like a in the house date night type thing. So we just basically come in the living room. We may get like a snack, a drink, whether that be alcoholic or non-alcoholic, it doesn't matter. And then I've found a couple of like games on my phone that we can play just to talk. Because I feel like, you know, with social media, with parenting, it gets so hectic where sometimes you just need everything to stop and just give each other that one-on-one time. And I must say that it was very helpful for me because my love language is communicate, like to talk it out, basically to communicate. My husband's is touch. But I feel like we can't touch if we can't communicate. We can't be together, be close. So having that alone time has been very helpful with us. Also giving us, you know, just quality married time. I know that we don't really have family close by, so it's not like we can have somebody watch the kids per se, so we can leave the house and go on a date night. But just having that set time, we don't do it like every time the kids go to sleep, but just as much as we can. And I must say, it's making me happy as a wife, and I'm sure it's making him happy as a husband, because happy wife, happy life. So yeah, that's pretty much how we're adjusting, how the family is adjusting as a whole. I must say, I think we're doing very well. If you guys have any questions or concerns, or if you guys just want to leave me a comment, let me know how you guys are adjusting. Let me know if it was easier from baby 1 to 2 or 0 to 1, or what's some cool things that you guys are doing to help you guys adjust. Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.